Hi guys, this isn't a Broforce video, this is going to be me talking about Batman vs Superman.
Go, go, go!
So, where do we begin? Alright, well, first off, I already watched it today. It was a really good film. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, this will contain spoilers, so if you don't want to listen to spoilers, you know, leave, as I don't want to spoil anything. But what are my first thoughts in Batman vs Superman? Well, good. Let's start off with Affleck, Mr. Affleck playing Batman. He got a lot of stick, obviously following the great role that Christian Bale put down. You know, it was going to be hard to beat, but he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it, and I, for one, you know, think he should carry on playing Batman for now. He's older. He is a lot older, and he is, you know, the timeline seems to be out. I think me and my buddy were talking about it after the film. The Robin costume with Joker, when Joker killed Robin with the crowbar. You reference to that, you see the reference to the Riddler. It looks like Batman's gone through a hard life, and it seems like there is no killing rule. He kills a lot, a hell of a lot actually. Which is good. It makes a different viewing for the Batman, but it's out of character to Batman. I know when Batman has killed before, he's actually killed a few times, but it's weird to see on screen him actually kill people and not feel guilty about it or. Cheers, Chris. Sorry about that. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me a little better. But where was I? Yes, so it is weird to see him actually kill on screen. His fight with Superman, you know, as the film's called, Batman vs Superman, you'd expect some big fight that's gonna last, you know, a while. It does to a point. But it's over very quick. There's obviously everyone knows that Batman does get the upper hand on Superman, and Superman's saved at the end of the day by Lois Lane, who basically comes in and begs him not to kill him. I just figured this out. I love my comic books. I've been reading them for years, but I just figured out, and I'm so ashamed to say it, but Martha Wayne and Martha Kent. Yeah, that's cool, man. You go. Martha Wayne is and Bruce. What was I? Martha Wayne and Martha Kent. They both got the same mum. Yeah, I, I literally just got that. Oh, die. So yeah, I learned something today. Anyway, that's quite an important relevance in the film. When you watch it, you'll understand that it's what saves him at the end of the day. So, who is the big bad guy? Well, the big bad guy of the film is Lex. You know, the bottom line is it's Lex Luthor is the bad guy. He uses Zod's body to be able to get into the ship. He gets access to the ship through blackmail in the Senate. But yeah, ultimately Lex Luthor is the bad guy in the film. Alexandra Luthor, should I say? And he makes a modified alien, which everyone knows as Doomsday. Doomsday can't be killed because, well, whatever kills Doomsday brings him back, and he's then immune to that thing. So if you kill him by tipping salt on him like a slug, he'll no longer be affected by salt, and you're about to melt him. It's with anything. You can stab him, like in Smallville. His own mother stabbed him. He was confused by that, and he basically come back and he couldn't be penetrated anymore. There's nothing could penetrate him. So anything that killed him, he literally become immune to it and just got stronger. Don't go by Smallville's Doomsday, because Smallville's Doomsday's fight was so bad that you shouldn't let it worry you about this film at all, because it's nothing alike, really. So yeah, so you introduce some characters that are coming out and everyone should know. You have the Wonder Woman, which I think everyone knew about anyway, but Bruce gets a file from his from LexCorp that has some interesting documents on. Interesting because there's four files on the thing that introduce people that are going to be in the new Justice League. You see a quick glance of Aquaman. I can't think of the name he plays. It's the guy who plays Drogon in Game of Thrones. Everyone's seen pictures of him. Everyone knows. So you see him. He's a bit of a vandal. He has zero relevance. As always, Aquaman sucks. Always has. Always will. So yeah, there's that. And then you have the Flash, which I'm a massive The Flash fan from the TV series, and it's not Grant Gustin playing the Flash. It's SCO someone or the other. I was very disappointed by that because I think Grant Gustin does a very good job, and seeing someone else portray the Flash at the same time as the Flash is on TV, it's a little off-putting because he was doing a fantastic job. Why can't he stay on? I know there's all the multiverses that it could be explained on, but why change? Why change something if it's not broke? That's my opinion. But like with Affleck, I'm not going to judge him before I've seen him, because for all I know, he could be a fantastic Flash and do Grant Gustin proud. So we will see. We will see how that goes closer to the time. Obviously, when the Flash film comes out, in anticipation to the Justice League film. Okay, and then you saw one of my favourites, and I've liked him ever since I never read any of his comics, but when I saw him in Smallville, I started reading up about him, and I enjoy his backstory. It's a strong backstory that a lot of people can relate to, and that's Cyborg. You see Cyborg being created in Star Labs. No Harrison Wells, but you do see him in Star Labs being created, and how he is created, or the process in which he is created through. So that's, and the fourth one that you see the file who's actually in the movie is Diana, Wonder Woman. You see her; she's actually one of the main characters in the movie, which she later comes in and actually helps defeat Doomsday. basically showing the guys how it's done. Apparently, she comes in, see a lasso of truth, which was pretty cool to see, and it was different. It was different seeing someone in the DC universe playing that character. It was good. Now, I'm not going to knock in the film because I enjoyed it. A lot of people haven't enjoyed it, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm entitled to mine. People may watch this and think, well, actually, I hated it, and then I'd say to them, okay, it's up to you if you hated it, but me personally, I loved it, and I can't wait for the next DC. DC have been following in Marvel. Marvel did do it better. They did spread out their movie plot a lot longer, with obviously Iron Man 1, 2, 3, Captain America, and all the other, and 4 before they actually brought together and done the Avengers, which is the right way to do it. DC have kind of thought, damn, Marvel are ahead of us. Let's regroup and catch up, because let's admit it, Marvel was winning the race. Hands down, Marvel was winning. So I believe this is time that the DC universe can, they can do something big to get back up into the superhero thing, because let's face it, Marvel, like I said, Marvel have been killing it. So that's that. Some other bits I want to talk about. It's Bruce Wayne's dreams. I've read a lot of theories about this, and I didn't want to put my own out there until I actually saw the film myself. But Bruce Wayne actually falls asleep, and he dreams of Superman and his army, and his super army that he created. If anyone's played Injustice, you'll know that Superman created his army to basically do a military coup on everyone, and he kind of ruled over. I'm not sure if this happened in the comics. I will be looking into it myself, but that's not the dream that I'm worried about, because Batman always had his fears of Superman becoming more than he should. The one thing that gets me is Batman's dream, and it's the Flash. Flash time travels and gives him a warning, saying that he must kill him. He doesn't say who he must kill. He just says he must kill him. I don't know who he's talking about. It could be could be Superman. But then why would the Flash travel back in time to say he must kill Superman, and that Lois Lane is the key? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the Flash film. Maybe we'll find out in the Justice League film. Who he's talking about? He's talking about Lex. Is he talking about Superman? Alfred? Who knows? I have no idea. We will find out. No? We have to find out. Okay, now my biggest upset of the film. My biggest upset. So let's do some pros and cons. The pros of the film is that they've done it really well. There was backstory. It was constructive. It all made sense. It all fitted in well. Timelines were a bit rocky, but you can, obviously Gotham, Metropolis. They're only over the sea, apparently, according to the film. But it's all there, and the timeline's there, and there's backstories all there, so that's good. I don't know how they're going to incorporate into the Suicide Squad film, as that's technically still in the same thing, and Batman has been rumoured to be in it. But yeah, so that's one of my pros. Another one is, no matter what the critics say, or what you read, or what you hear, give it a go. It's a bloody good film. The cons, that the title of the film Batman vs Superman, and their fight scene is 5-10 minutes at the most. Is a bit disappointing, but it's made up with deep, rich story, so it's worth a watch. Finally, one of the most heartbreaking things ever. There's a death in the film. A major death. Someone dies in the film and you don't know, it's left on a cliffhanger. Is this person dead? Will they be back alive? So I will carry on telling you who dies. From this point on, this is the end of the film. It contains the big death. So if you don't want to carry on watching, then if you don't want spoilers, then please leave. But here goes. Superman dies. Superman straight up gets it. He sacrificed himself to basically destroy Doomsday by ramming a kryptonite rod through Doomsday's chest. However, with the kryptonite around him, he's vulnerable. So Doomsday sticks his decapitated hand, which is going into some sort of spike, thanks to Wonder Woman, and jams it through his chest. Now, people that read the comics knows the death of Superman. He basically battles Doomsday, ends up ultimately destroying him, but perishes in the thing, and he dies. They bury him, but everyone knows he comes back to life. Well, they buried Superman, and everyone grieved for him. They buried Clark Kent, and Martha grieved to him. He was buried. He was dead. He's gone. However, this is a turning point for the whole DC universe in the films, because Batman says to Wonder Woman, Diana, that they need to find the others, talking about who they saw in the files: Cyborg, the Flash, Aquaman. Not sure they're going to find Aquaman, he's a fish in the ocean, but whatever. They say that they need to find him. They need to find him and bring them together, and they will fight with them. He says they will. Diana questions this, and he says he's just got a feeling. So you know that in the future, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Batman, Aquaman, the Flash, they're all going to get together, which is the Justice League, but fight for him. He knows there's going to be a fight. Could it be the time travel Flash message he got in his dream, which I was talking about earlier, or could it be something totally different? But yes, Superman does die. I believe he will be back once everyone's got together, because he is a massive part of the Justice League, and he actually brings everyone together. So I think his death will unite the Justice League, or bring them all together, because Batman's wording is he can honour him in life, but he will honour him in death. Basically, maybe stop the killing, Batman. Stop the killing. But yeah, well, that'll be all for me. I probably have missed a few bits. I only watched it tonight, so I thought I'd come straight in and quickly do a review on it. If I had to give it out of 5, not my best superhero movie. Obviously, Deadpool was a good one, but I'd say a solid 3.5, 4. Let's go 3.75. Yeah. So definitely go out and watch it, guys. Let me know what you think of it when you've watched it. You can follow me on Twitter. Just tweet me. I'm the Free Mercy Gaming at Free Mercy Gaming. Yeah, tweet me and let me know what you think. Alright, guys, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.